Japan, 1645. Miyamoto Musashi was 62 years old and dying. His body carried the memory of more than 60 duels. No defeats, no witnesses left. Knowing the end was near, he walked alone into a cave in the Regendo Mountains. No disciples, no family, no audience, only silence. And in that silence, Musashi wrote 21 short rules, words not about winning fights, but about surviving collapse, about how to stand when everything else falls away, about how to rebuild a life when nothing remains but yourself. 400 years later, those principles still work, not because they're poetic, but because they're brutal. This isn't a story about swords. It's a story about the mind. Musashi before mastery. Musashi wasn't born disciplined. At 13, he killed his first opponent. Not with elegance, not with skill. He knocked the man down and beat him with a wooden stick. He survived by chaos, luck, and raw aggression. From his teens into his 20s, Musashi kept winning, but he didn't understand why. His mentality was simple: kill or be killed. Speed, intimidation, force. He had technique, but no inner control. That changed when he discovered something the Japanese had understood for centuries: not techniques, but principles. Ways of thinking that reprogram how progress, purpose, imperfection, and loneliness work. We call them today Kaizen, Ikigai, Wabi-Sabi, and the solitary path. Musashi didn't use those modern words, but he lived them under real pressure, with real consequences. 1. Kaizen, the invisible reconstruction. Musashi learned Kaizen the hard way. Early victories gave him a dangerous illusion that brute force was enough, but as he faced better opponents, his wins became narrower. He was surviving, not dominating. At 21, after a brutal duel in Kyoto, Musashi realized the truth. Big leaps don't create mastery. Microscopic improvements do. So he changed everything. Instead of chasing dozens of techniques, he chose one principle at a time: timing, distance, posture, and refined it obsessively. Not for days, for months. This was Kaizen before it had a name. 1% better, every day, no exceptions. While other samurai chased novelty, Musashi refined fundamentals until the gap between him and everyone else became impossible to close. San Francisco, 2020. Marcus was 31, recently fired, sitting alone in his kitchen. The job loss wasn't the real damage. The damage was realizing his entire identity was built on that job. Without it, he froze. He sent resumes endlessly, waited for the perfect opportunity, consumed motivation content that worked for 3 days and collapsed on the 4th. Motivation burned fast. Structure was missing. Then Marcus read Musashi. One line stopped him cold: accept everything as it is. Never stray from the path. Marcus didn't try to fix his life. He chose something absurdly small: 2 minutes a day on LinkedIn. Just opening it, nothing more. Week 2, reading one job post. Week 3, editing one line of his profile. On day 24, he applied not because he felt motivated, but because resistance was gone. Kaizen didn't inspire him. It disarmed his fear. Small actions bypass the brain's threat system. Big change triggers panic. 1% doesn't. Musashi refined swordsmanship the same way. Marcus rebuilt his life the same way. 2. Ikigai, victory without purpose is empty. By his late 20s, Musashi was feared across Japan. He defeated elite schools, killed masters, destroyed reputations. But after his most famous duel, something strange happened. He stopped. For nearly a decade, Musashi vanished from public duels, not out of fear, but emptiness. He later wrote, "My previous victories were not due to mastery. Winning had become noise." That's when Musashi began studying painting, calligraphy, poetry, and strategy not as hobbies, but as extensions of the sword. He realized combat wasn't about killing, it was about understanding. This was his ikigai, though he never used the word. Not happiness. Direction. Marcus felt the same emptiness, just in modern form. 3 months after rebuilding momentum, he had interviews lined up, good pay, good titles, and felt nothing. He realized he had chosen his career because it paid well, not because it mattered. So he asked 4 questions. Honestly, what do I love doing even without pay? What am I objectively good at? What does the world need? What would people actually pay for? The intersection was clear. Teaching. Marcus canceled all interviews. He started writing short posts, explaining product strategy. No expectations. 1% per day. 6 weeks later, followers. 3 months later, his first consulting offer. Ikigai isn't passion, it's alignment. Without it, success feels hollow. With it, effort becomes sustainable. 3. Wabi-sabi power in imperfection. Musashi didn't fight beautifully. His most famous victory came against a technically perfect opponent who froze when chaos appeared. Musashi didn't wait to be flawless. He moved. Later, Musashi's art reflected the same philosophy. Unfinished strokes, asymmetry, empty space. Wabi-sabi. Strength through imperfection. Marcus hit the same wall, this time through perfectionism. He rewrote tweets endlessly, delayed launching products, compared himself to people years ahead. Then he did something terrifying. He shared the truth. The firing, the breakup, the paralysis, the fear. No polish, no edits. The response exploded. Not praise connection. People don't connect to perfection. They connect to honesty. Marcus launched his course imperfectly. Phone-recorded lessons, cheap slides, background noise. 12 people bought it. Feedback made version 2 better. Then version 3. Kaizen applied to wabi-sabi. Waiting for perfection is paralysis. Starting imperfectly is momentum. Kojiro had perfect technique and died. Musashi had crude tools and lived. 4. The solitary path. Freedom from needing. Musashi walked alone most of his life. Not by choice at first, by circumstance. Abandoned young. Orphaned early. Expelled after his first duel. Solitude could have broken him. Instead, it forged something rare. Self-sufficiency. Musashi learned that dependence is vulnerability. When he wrote his final rules alone in a cave, he wasn't rejecting people, he was rejecting need. If you have chosen the path, walk it to the end. Marcus rebuilt his life but still checked exes' profiles. Still measured progress by likes. Still needed approval. So he cut the noise. No social comparison. No validation loops. And something unexpected happened. Silence. Not emptiness. Peace. He worked regardless of mood. Pleasure stopped dictating action. 2 years later, Marcus was earning more than before, teaching, creating, free. Not because life became easier, but because he no longer needed it to be. The 4 principles together. Each principle alone helps. Together, they transform. Kaizen without ikigai, motion without meaning. Ikigai without wabi-sabi, paralysis. Wabi-sabi without Kaizen, complacency. Solitude without all 3, emptiness. But combined, 1% per day in the right direction, imperfectly, without needing validation. Unstoppable. Your turn. Choose one stuck area. Make the smallest move today. Answer the ikigai questions honestly. Start before you're ready. Detach from validation. Musashi learned this through blood and solitude. Marcus learned it through collapse. You don't need either, just 1%. Today, Musashi died alone in that cave but free. That freedom survived 400 years. Now it's yours to use.